Time being 6 o'clock, I'm going to call the Board of Health meeting to order. All members present with the exception of Melissa Pond. Would everyone please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so I want to turn it over to Marty for a couple of public announcements.
For the COVID vaccination clinic?
Yes, and the flu clinic.
Sorry. All right, so tomorrow from 2:30 to 4:15 in the high school cafeteria, we are having a Pfizer 12 and over clinic. If you know anybody who is an adult and they still haven't been given the vaccination, please let them know that appointments are still available using the link that we sent out through Constant Contact on our website, or if you have anybody who has technical troubles, just have them call the office at 781-982-2119 and we will schedule them for an appointment. We are also giving away $25 gift cards, to Stop and Shop for the first 75 people that come through. And I anticipate our first 5 to 11-year-old COVID vaccination clinic to be around the 1st of November. Ordering for that population shot starts on October 20th. We have to do a minimum of 300, and we have to give all 300 of those shots within 30 days. So we will have quite a few clinics over a very short period of time. For the flu clinic, we are officially out of adult doses. So we went through our initial stock really fast, which is a good thing. Our current order is pending from the state, so we don't know exactly when we're going to ship date, but as soon as we get that, we will put out more appointments, typically through our Constant Contact or the Abington Health Department Facebook page. We still have some pediatric doses, so please call us or use the links that we've already sent out to schedule those appointments, and we have more of those on order as well. And we will continue doing the same times as are listed on the website for the foreseeable future for both pediatric and adult flu. And we will continue to try to do our best to make sure we have as many clinics as possible. That's it for COVID-19 clinics and the flu clinics.
Thank you, Marty. So as the board and others may have noticed, we kind of changed up how the agenda is formatted here. So we have an old business and new business section now with our action and discussion items. Those will be utilized in the next section of our agenda, which I will be talking about moving forward. So I have here regulation review. Most of our regulations, not most of them, but a lot of them are aging and need to be looked at again. One that I picked out for us to talk about and read over today is the prohibiting smoking in workplaces and public places. Which it looks like the last update to that was in 2007. So every meeting we're going to be just looking at at least one of these regulations and seeing any updates we may need to make or changes. That being said, moving on to the regulation prohibiting smoking in workplaces and public spaces for review here. I wanted to note that I think it's on it says page 2 at the bottom, but it's the third page in the packet. The retail tobacco store, smoking, and smoking bar definitions have changed by the state standards. In the retail tobacco store definition, we have the age of under the age of 21 is what it should have changed to. And I can read specifically if there's interest here, but the smoking or smoke definition has been expanded to include electronic cigarettes. And smoking bar is extended quite a bit.
Aaron, what section are you in?
I am on section...
Page 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my 2 and 3 are...
Yeah, they're backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, so right at the bottom of the page there.
Thank you, sir.
So it's those 3 at the bottom there. So I am under the impression that the regulation is written in a way that the state does supersede us, so these are already in effect. It's just a matter of us making sure that the regulation is in line with what the Commonwealth has.
And the Commonwealth regulations are on the website. That is 105 CMR 665. It's on the left-hand side if you go to the regulations tab.
Thank you, Marty.
Sure.
So is there any other discussion, questions, comments?
Yeah, I do have a question. So this is a smoking regulation, not a tobacco regulation. Since this regulation was last updated, marijuana is obviously legal, so should we just expand this to include smoking of tobacco and marijuana products? Cannabis.
I think cannabis falls under a different definition. I will have to double check on that for you, but the tobacco definition was expanded to go into effect on July 1st of 2017, and the definition was expanded to regulate traditional tobacco products as well as those products that contain nicotine but no tobacco, to include vapes and aerosolized products.
I guess I was saying is this isn't really a smoking regulation as much as a tobacco use regulation. I mean, there is a difference. At this point, now there is.
Well, I mean, I think that this is,
I get what you're saying.
yeah.
What's the easiest way
Yeah.
to move forward so we don't have two regulations that we have to consolidate later and mix and match? I'm wondering, can we kind of encompass it all in one?
Well, and I mean, looking at this too, we have, like, the line here, smoking is hereby prohibited in Abington in accordance with Mass General laws. Which, I mean, if it's in accordance with this, then it's a little more nuanced than just the sentence suggests, but, I don't know, I feel like that seems like it's a little more blanket than it should be.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that point, I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Right. So, if we have any interest in expanding or changing, I think, any of the smoking prohibited section or anything like that, I don't know, do you think we should hold off on that?
I would think that
Yeah.
we should have, our regulation should align with what the state has for their regulation, and we should move forward to make the necessary updates to our regulations to align with what the state has currently, to just update them. I think that would make sense. So maybe at the next meeting, I could go through them and then work with Chris or whoever to, make sure that they're in line. Then we could go through the legal aspect of it to make sure that they're, all set to go, and then we can vote for them either next meeting or the meeting after.
If I could make a suggestion as well, if
Yep,
you wouldn't
yes.
mind. There's a series of things that are all related that we might want to put under one tab. Modernizing tobacco, workplace smoking, tobacco regulations, and regulations prohibiting smoking inside private clubs. That should probably be under one overarching as opposed to one to four others.
Yeah, I agree with Marty. Yeah, so that's 3 different tobacco regulations, we probably
And
should
if you
just have
include the
one.
e-cig one, it could be as many as 4.
Yeah. All right, so I guess maybe the best course of action, hold off. Let's get all those regulations together. We can review them as a
Yep.
group. Basically, figure out how we want to piece it together. Sure that some of these definitions are going to.
We could also come up with an example or a go-by for maybe not the next meeting, but the one after that, to at least have some type of working document that combines all 4 of them, or 5, with the state's regulations. It'd be nice to do something besides COVID.
Okay, so let's do that. We'll get a working document together on the 4 regulations, and we can have something to work towards the following meeting.
And Kevin, you've got that? Or are you going to do that, or?
I'll work with Chris or Marty, whoever, and kind of put that together.
Yeah, we can take a look at surrounding towns too,
Yep.
just try and get a little more consistent on that. Questions, discussion, Melissa, I know if you have anything.
All set.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Kevin.
So moving on to our last agenda item, which is the approval of minutes from July 21st. Christina, I'm going to turn that over to you, as I wasn't here for that meeting.
For the board, we're just voting to approve the minutes from July 12th. Does someone make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as written for July 12th, 2021.
And do we have a second?
Second.
All right, thank you, motion passed.
You have to vote.
Oh, do I have to vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. I'll turn it back to Aaron.
All right, those are all our agenda items. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor? Oh, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. We are adjourned.